Hi guys, welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to properly layer your clap. So I thought I'd share my experience, my tips, like the approach I use when I layer my claps, so you can use this knowledge and make some nice claps for your own tracks. Let's start with the tutorial. And the tip number one is choosing right samples. I wouldn't say there are like good or bad samples. It's about the context, because sometimes one sample can sound bad and sometimes another can sound really good, and vice versa. I would recommend using like a quality samples. That's another thing. So try using high quality samples, and this will help you a lot, because bad quality samples, we are not looking for that. So let's try and layer some claps. So I'm going to paste the MIDI pattern, and now we have a clap pattern, and now we can start selecting the clap. So I'm going to guide you through the process, how I usually select my claps, and the thing which I'm looking a lot at is how does the clap sound together with the arrangement. So let's try and pick the one which sounds good. Yeah, this one is really cool, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the sustain and the decay time as well. Yeah, so we've got our basic clap, and now I want to add a couple of more layers. So let's choose from another folder, maybe some like stacked and layered. Yeah guys, so right now, carefully listen to this one. How does it sound together with the arrangement? And this one. I do like both of them, actually. This one doesn't really work. This one is really cool. Yeah, let's maybe select the very first ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to group to the drum rack and move, so we have a sample here which is playing, and now we can select one of the samples. Let's try and see which one works. Same here, again, lower the sustain and the decay time. So I'm just going to copy this guy here. Yeah, sounds nice. And now guys, we are moving forward to the tip number two. And the tip number two is about using different layers. So for example, this one is more like a high frequency noise texture kind of clap. This one is a bit lower, and what we can do, so we can take the specific frequencies from the claps we've used. So for example, what I'm going to do for the first one, I'm going to apply an EQ and cut the lows. Yeah, sounds a bit cleaner. And now let's choose another one from another folder. Maybe this one. Let's see if that works. Nah, don't really like it. Yeah, I think I like this one, the stacked and layered. And this one, like a snap kind of clap. So I'm going to replace this one. Yeah, so we are pretty much done with the layering, but I'm going to add one more clap, and now we are moving to the tip number 3. And the tip number 3 is the delay. So I'm going to show you guys. Let me first find the clap with a nice, like a pre-delayed clap. Yeah, let's pick this one. I think that's going to work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this guy over here, and I'm going to move it just like a tiny bit to the left, so it goes before our main claps. And we are starting to get that nice pre-delayed sound, and this is cool. You can do basically the same with any clap, but like I'm talking about the claps which have, as you can see here in the sampler, it has like a delay before, so you can put it like before the main clap, and from that moment we can play with the length of our claps. Yeah, sounds pretty cool. Yeah, let's shorten the decay. Oh, actually here I'll make it a bit longer. Yeah, so we're starting to get nice and fat clap, and yeah, we can try and do like a delay here. Yeah, sounds nice. Sounds really nice. And I'm going to shorten this guy here as well. And maybe even this one. Yeah, and now we are moving to the next step, and this one is about ADSR, which stands for attack, decay, sustain, and release. I think you've noticed that I've talked about those for a while now, but I'm going to explain how this actually affects the vibe of the clap and of your track, and basically any kind of like one shots you are using. So for example, let's solo one clap. If this one is too long, it doesn't really work. So you kind of hear that it's just way too long. So with the decay and with the time parameters we have a lot of elements actually for, you can maybe increase attack just a tiny bit. I like using punchy claps, and for the punchy clap, what you need to do is that you need to use a kind of low, like pretty low sustain, which I usually go like about -42, -46 is fine. The release is also pretty short, and the decay time you can play around with. It's going to depend on the context of your track, on the length of your track. And yeah, for the punchy clap, you're gonna use like a short not short, like low sustain, short decay time. Maybe you can increase some attack, but this is generally how this works. And now let's play with the second clap. Yeah, this one sounds good to me. As you can hear, guys, here we are using a tiny bit longer decay, so you can hear like the full length of the clap, because if it's too short, you just can't hear how it sounds. And with the third one, we're going to do the same thing. Yeah, sounds good. And with the last one, I think it's fine. Yeah, sounds fine. And now the very last tip for you guys is using Clipper or a distortion plugin, both work, on your claps. So for example, I think you are familiar with the moment when the clap is just way too loud, and especially when you are playing it with the kick, like together, and you are doing mixing, and sometimes the clap is just way too loud. And I'm going to show you the way how you can easily fix this problem. So let's listen to the clap in solo, or actually with the kick. As you can see, guys, we have like dynamics, the transients, which go from -36 to -24. It's about 12 dB, and we don't want that because you barely can hear this transient. And what you're going to do is you want to use a clipper. You can use any clipper you have, doesn't really matter that much. So let's look. Now the clipper is not really working, and I'm going to set the lower ceiling. And without the clipper, I think we can go with -12 is fine, and you can choose different clipping algorithm. I'm just going to stick to the first one. But if you have this clipper, you can play around, and basically the same thing you can do with the distortion, because yeah, it just distorts the peaks which we have, and it doesn't really matter whether you're using a clipper or a distortion plugin, because the result is going to be the same. Yeah, so we've caught those nasty transients, but we can do even more. And maybe in the mix, let's listen with the kick and bass. Yeah, that's way too much. So you want to cut the very like nasty transients, which you can't really hear, but you want to leave some dynamic range of the clap, because we're going to compress, saturate, do like another processing. So yeah, just don't like squash your clap that much. Leave it natural. Yeah, -30 is just fine, and without the clipper, yeah, it's just way too loud. And basically with the clipper, we can even do the same thing with the kick. Yeah, sounds fine. Yeah guys, I think that was all for today. I hope that you've learned something, hope you found some value in this video. If you watched the full video, thank you very much for taking your time and watching my videos. I appreciate that a lot, every bit of your support. And before we end the video, I want you to do a couple of things. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that nice little bell icon, because this will trigger the algorithm and it will help to grow the channel a lot. As always guys, thanks for watching and I see you guys in the next one. Bye.